Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking push-ups. If you want to feel like a bad mama jamma, repping out a really good set of push-ups, that's a good way to do it. Now do not think that you are somebody who's just not strong enough, or no matter how hard you try, you can't do push-ups. You can do push-ups. You just haven't trained properly to do push-ups yet. Push-ups is a matter of having good form, practicing in an effective way, and I'm going to show you that today, and patience. It takes time. So let's talk about what not to do with push-ups. Continually going in the gym and just testing to see, oh, can I do one today? It's not a good way to go about it at all. And I made this mistake myself. I would just be like, oh, how about today? Can I do it? Can I do it? We're not going to test. We're going to build your strength. We're going to get some really good practice reps under your belt. Very big difference between testing and strength training to be able to do push-ups. Okay, so that's number one. We're not just going to practice going down an inch and seeing if we can get back up. No. Next thing not to do, practicing with really bad form. Gotta practice with good form. So what is good form? I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that in this video because I have full tutorials on good push-up form. I will link those in the description here, but I do want to talk about it a little bit. So, good push-up form. You want to be in a straight line from your head to your toes. That means you do not want to be pushing your butt up in the air like this or like this, and you don't want to let your hips sag like this. To prevent either of those things from happening, you want to brace your abs, squeeze your butt, and tuck your tailbone under. Like if you were a dog who was in trouble and you tuck your tail between your legs, those three things, and then practice consciously staying in that straight line. So you're here, tuck your tailbone under, squeeze your glutes, brace your abs hard like somebody's getting ready to sucker punch you in the gut. The other piece about being in a straight line is what you do with your head. In an effort to make us feel like we're getting closer to the floor, we often peck like a chicken. You're not even doing it consciously. I want you to consciously not do that by giving yourself a double chin. So you're here versus here. Peck. So straight line, no pecking. The next thing that's important is what you do with your arms. We're not going to do football goal post arms here. That's not as strong of a position, and it's a little more volatile for your shoulders. Arrow. Here's the shaft of the arrow. Here's the arrowhead. You see that? Versus football goal post arms. So here, not here. If you go here, it turns it into a tricep push-up, and that is really hard, and it's not what we're working. Super exercise, not what we're working on today. Here. Okay? The other thing is full range of motion. You want to go all the way down and all the way back up. Full range of motion. That's good push-up form. So let's talk about how to practice push-ups. The first thing I'm going to have you do is do your push-ups with your hands elevated. A Smith machine is a really great place to do that because you can move the elevation. You can start way up here, and when you get to those, move it down a notch, and you can keep moving down incrementally until you're all the way close to the floor. If you don't have access to a Smith machine, look for things of varying elevations. You could start on a countertop, then move down to a table, then move down to an ottoman. You can look for things of varying heights. A set of steps can work really, really well for this. So we're going to elevate your hands. Why does this help? You're lifting less of your body weight. It's like if you were trying to do a bicep curl with a 50-pound weight and you couldn't do it, and you put that down and you pick up a 20-pound dumbbell and you can do that with really good form. Same thing here. So you're going to elevate your hands. You will be lifting less of your body weight. So to do a hand elevated push-up, you get in that same good push-up form, straight line from your head to your feet, and you want to focus on bringing your body through a full range of motion, all the way up and all the way down. You want to use a full range of motion. Notice my chest is coming to the bar every time. I'm not doing little quarter reps here. All the way down, all the way up. Once you can get 6 to 8 reps at a certain elevation, move down lower, okay? then try and do them here. Then try and do them here. It's not the only thing we're gonna have you do, but that is a really good, solid basis for how to start practicing really good push-up form. Now, some people like to do these from their knees. Not an ideal way, in my opinion. Doesn't make them wrong. I like doing them hand elevated instead. A knee push-up does the same thing in as much as you are not lifting as much of your body weight, but it's a different position, right? So you're not in the exact same position you're in to do a push-up like you are in a hand elevated push-up. That's why I prefer these guys. Okay, so the hand elevated push-ups, definitely gonna be the bread and butter of your push-up programming. In addition, some other things that can really, really help you. Practicing what's called eccentrics. That's just the lowering portion of a push-up. Getting stronger at that lowering portion. A lot of people can do that from the floor, even if they can't push back up, and that's gonna get you stronger in your push-ups. So what that would look like is this. You would get into your good push-up position, okay? Now remember, I know you can't do a push-up from the floor yet, that's okay. You're gonna lower down super slowly. When you get here, you're gonna use your legs to get back up. Okay, notice I didn't push up. Then you come back up again, super slowly. Notice the slow part is important at the bottom as much as, if not more than, going slowly at the top. You don't want to just do slow, 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 fall. You want to really work that low portion very slowly. It's getting you stronger. So work to do sets of like 5 of these. Slow lowering. You could start with 3-second lowering, maybe work your way up to 5-second lowering. So this could be one of the things you do on one day of your push-up training. You could do hand elevated push-ups one day, you could do these one day. Another exercise that can really help you to get all the way down to the floor doing your push-ups is to do a band assisted push-up. These are really good when you've gotten fairly low to the ground, but you still just can't quite get one on the ground. What you're gonna do is get a resistance band, and you can use them in different thicknesses. This red one is not gonna provide as much support for me as this black one, so maybe you could start with the black one, and then as you get better at these, go down and try and use the red one. So you loop them around a squat rack, something up high that's very sturdy. Okay, you loop them around it. You then get in the band and place it here around your hips. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see the black against the blue. So you put it here on your hips. Then you come down into your push-up position, and as you're doing your push-ups, it is taking some of the weight of my body for me. This band is taking a pretty significant amount of my weight. So when you can bang out 6 to 8 of those really well, get a lighter band. It's still gonna provide some support for you. Same thing, practice really good form. And this is providing less support. Another really great exercise you can add to your push-up training program is something called cluster sets. It's actually not a specific exercise. It is a technique you can use, a type of set you can use to get stronger at push-ups. I'm gonna show you, now I use this a lot with both pull-ups and push-ups with my clients. I'm going to show you a cluster of 2, 2, 2 to explain it to you, but know that there's lots of different types of clusters you could do. You could do 2, 2, 1, 1, or 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So the idea is to do a cluster set. So let's say at this level, I could do 6 reps, but I can't do any more than that. Like if I come down here, maybe I can only get like 2 reps, and I'm like, I can only do 2 reps here, even though I can do 5 or 6 up another few notches. Okay, so what you can do is you come here and you do 2 reps. 1, 2. Then you take a break. I like 10 seconds. And that break should not involve you resting at the top of the push-up. So it's not 2 reps, and then 10 seconds here. No, we want you to have total rest. You can kneel, you could sit, you could stand. You should be timing your 10 seconds, okay? Whatever your break is, like I said, I like 10 seconds. 10 seconds, come back up. Since I'm doing 2, 2, 2, I'm gonna do another 2. 1, 2. Gonna wait my 10 seconds. Okay, time's up. 1, 2. That was one set. I'm gonna take my rest. I often tell my clients to take 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes rest, come back and do a second set, which would look the same as that first set just did. 2 reps, 10-second break, 2 reps, 10-second break, 2 reps. Okay, so that's what a cluster set would look like. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a 2, 2, 2 with 10 seconds. I like that one. You can do 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. You could do 1 rep, 10 seconds, 1 rep, 10 seconds, 3 reps, lots of different clusters. The idea is that you're getting a really good push-up practice in, that you couldn't get the same number of reps in if you did them all together, but you still want the total volume to be high. So you're not just gonna come in and do a push-up, like a single push-up. You're still like, so I still did 6 push-ups, but I didn't do a single set of 6 in a row. It's a really good strategy. I use these a lot with my clients for push-ups and for pull-ups. With all of these variations I just gave you, remember, form is key. Practice with good form. Don't be in such a rush to get down to the floor that you sacrifice form. Remember to practice them often. 3 times a week is my favorite. 2 times a week is also really good. 2 to 3 times a week. Practice getting stronger. Don't just test. And put them at the front of your program, at the very first thing, at least some of the time, if this is a main goal that you have. You can do push-ups. You can do it.